Hey Sainers, welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel and welcome to 5 things we learned from round 3. That 4-point loss to Essendon. Yep, really good. Okay, number 1. We need Max King. Max King plays yesterday, we win. Our entire structure ahead of the football was non-existent without our number 1 forward, one of the best key forwards in the competition in my view. He plays, even if Peter Wright plays yesterday and Max King plays, I still think we win the game because the way we play with Max King in the team was completely different to the way we played yesterday. I know that he was injured last year and we covered him pretty well, but I think we relied too heavily on Membry and Sharman and they didn't do anything. They kicked 0 goals. They didn't mark the ball around the ground to just to provide some sort of chop out on the wing or out of defence, and that is a key reason why Essendon continually in the last quarter were able to repel the kick-ins and bring it straight back inside 50s because Rowan Marshall wasn't marking it, Membry wasn't marking it, and Sharman wasn't marking it. And guess what? If Max King was there, he's probably marking a few of those. So we missed Max King yesterday massively. Number 2, we still need to remember that our kids are still kids. Philippo, Owens, Hasty, Naz, I'm missing probably another one there, Windy. They played amazingly last week in a big game against the Magpies. But that's not going to be the case every week. There were key moments in the game yesterday where that lack of experience, lack of composure in a very heated game, we knew Essendon were going to bring that. They lacked that. And it's not their own fault. That is just the way, that's just their careers so far. That's the evolution of it. They're going to get better. They're going to get more experience. Every week is a different sort of experience for these boys. And they're going to be better for it in the long term. But in the short term, we're going to see that fluctuation between really, really good last week and Owens and Windy being absolute beasts versus yesterday when Owens has a moment late in the game, has the ball outside 50. There is a Jack Steele streaming inside 50 on his own. He doesn't see him, he goes long and it's a turnover. That's just those key moments where with more experience under his belt, more training, more, I guess, awareness in critical moments, he will hit that target. So we need to be patient with some of these kids. I know we want them to come on very, very quickly, but they are still kids at the end of the day. Number 3, Seb Ross can still play. Seb Ross yesterday was outstanding. I think he was probably my player of the match. I did player ratings before and I completely kind of forgot about him and then his name came up and I thought, wow, actually, no, he played with a lot of heart yesterday. His almost goal was outrageous where he took on like 4 tacklers, beat them all, snapped it and it hit the post. That deserved a goal. There was a play in the last quarter which I think was underrated where he got the ball out of defence. I think he took on Andy McGrath, I'm not sure who it was, but he broke the tackle, hit a target and it opened up the game. We did stuff it eventually further ahead of the field, but I thought his drive and heart and hunger to really get the game going and moving, it really shows a lot about Seb Ross's character. And for me, I'll put my hand up and say I didn't expect him to be providing us any type of football like what he did yesterday. But if he can do that for the remainder of the season, that's just an added bonus on top of hopefully getting Hunter Clark, Paddy Dow, and these sort of injured players back into the midfield. But Seb Ross, take a bow. I thought that was a great game from you yesterday. Number 4, basic is best. Basic football. When we play basic, simple Saints footy, we are at our best. For some reason yesterday, we got sucked into the high handball happy game that Essendon love to play. And Ross Lyons said that in his press conference. He says, we don't want to be a 1-to-1 handball kick ratio team. And yesterday we were. We were crazy. Our average handballs per game is 140 up until this point this season. Yesterday we were hovering around the 170 mark. No reason why we decided to do that. Earlier in the game I thought Essendon were the handball happy team and all we needed to do is pick them off because there were moments where they could have kicked it and they handballed it, put themselves under more pressure. We turned it over and we kicked goals from it. But then we started doing that ourselves. When we play basic football, which is just high kick to mark ratio, that controls the game, that means we're not rushing because when it's a handball game, it's constant movement, dodging, making sure you don't get tackled. And with a young team like that, that's a lot of pressure. I think the way we normally play, which is not the way we played yesterday at all, is the best template moving forward for success. And obviously, what got us to finals last year and what got us a win against Collingwood and almost pinched a game against Geelong. This is the first time this season where we've deviated from our style. So I think we need to revert back to that next week and for the remainder of the season. Basic football is best for Saints footy, and it's going to maximise our chances this season, absolutely. And number 5, lucky last, we can't bury teams. We can't bury teams. When we have momentum, we just don't know how to put the foot to the floor just to kill any potential comeback from the opposition. We don't know how to do that. Look at last season. We played North Melbourne twice. We didn't put them away twice. We almost lost both games, I think. And then we played Hawthorn. We lost one. And then we kicked 9 goals in the first quarter in the second time we played them. But then let them back into the game and then got away late. We just don't know how to maintain the rage for 4 quarters. And we had the rage yesterday for a half. And we were, 7 points up at halftime or something like that? 11 points up? Unbelievable. That's a 4 to 5 goal lead there, maybe more, and we could maximise our opportunities. And no team is going to make the 8, make the top 6, even let alone top 4. We're looking there, and that's what we want to get to. You're not going to be able to do that if you cannot kick straight and if you cannot take advantage of momentum. You look at the best teams, the Swans, the Giants, Carlton at the moment. When they have momentum, they're kicking runs of 5, 6 goals in a row, puts a gap on the opposition, and makes it very hard for them to come back. Yesterday, our run was 1 goal 4, 2 goals 5, or whatever it was in the third term. The margin goes from 7 points to 11 points, and you're thinking all that hard work for absolutely no bang for buck. That's not good enough. So until we can start burying teams and getting more scoreboard pressure on, that in turn means more goals. We are not going to be winning these games comfortably, and we're always going to allow teams to be in with a little bit of a sniff to pinch it, just like what happened yesterday with Essendon. So on that note, Sanders, that is my 5 things that I learned from yesterday. Put in the comments what you learned. Doesn't have to be 5, but 1 or 2 things, whatever you want. I'll respond to them when I can. I really appreciate your support on these videos. They're really fun to make. Even after a loss, it's good to kind of dissect just the top 5 things, and those were the top 5 things for me. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Let's get to 15,000 in the next couple of months. I'd really appreciate it. And also, happy Easter. I hope you have a great day with the family and friends. But until next time, take care, and as always, go you mighty Saints. See you guys.